Hello everyone, welcome back to Frostpunk. I'm House Gnome Gaming and we are in our final in-game. We are currently waiting for a storm to come in, and while we wait, we are exploring some new areas that opened up. We've got some research going on our stereoscopic lens so that we can see exactly how bad the storm is going to get. And so right now we're just doing a bunch of prep work. You can see our people are starting to get a little desperate. They're worried. We found the dying people Nansen's refugees told us about. They're sheltering in an ice crevice. These poor people are on their last legs. Despite taking shelter in an ice crevice, many of them suffer from heavy frostbite and hypothermia. We can help them still if we act quickly and bring them to our city. They can't stand on their own. Some can hardly speak. Alright, well, let's bring them to the city. Guess we need to build another child shelter here. Now full. They're helping in a medical facility, so I can't see how many kids are in it. Alright, so let's get that automaton back into our facility there that had shut down. Build one more and get another infirmary going. Yeah, let's get 2 infirmaries going. And we've got how many people coming back? 19. So we need 2 more houses. Our food rations taken care of. That infirmary is stocked up with people. The terrain drops suddenly here into a deep hollow. There are wounded people and dead bodies at its rocky bottom. Those people must have fallen into this hole while escaping the incoming storm. At least half of them didn't survive the crash, but it seems we could rescue the wounded. That is, if we strap them to our sleds and bring them to our city quickly. Let's bring them in. Now, if you notice, right up here in the top, you see these little lines coming down. This is our storm. Coming from all around. So it is heading in this direction. We're going to have to start pulling our outpost people in as the storm gets closer. Otherwise, the storm will hit, they'll hit our people, and we will lose them. And we got our beacon. Sir, the scientists couldn't believe their eyes, but they've double and triple checked their calculations. They say the strongest winds of the storm will cause the temperature to plummet beyond anything we've ever experienced before. Hunting will be impossible. Plants in the hothouses will freeze. Everyone left outside the city will perish. And so will we if we can't heat our homes properly. We have to prepare. Hope falls. Food supplies should keep us fed for at least a week. Let's pray the storm subsides before then. Okay, so when this quest triggers, we actually get a quest for a certain amount of food, a certain amount of coal, a certain amount of resources. But we have actually met those resources already on this playthrough. What it will ask you to do is study the overdrive couplings and the generator safety bypass, stock up a certain amount of food, stock up a certain amount of coal, so that the people can survive through the storm. But check, all done that. Now we just need to recall all the scouts and outpost teams and then rescue the survivors. This is optional, we don't actually have to do this one, but people get upset if we don't. Now we're going to go ahead and shut all of these workshops back down because we don't need them running. That's everything. There's not going to be another surprise resource, a surprise thing to research popping up like this. We don't have anyone else living in our care houses anymore. All right. So these scouts have returned, but we've got new areas opened up to explore, so we are going to explore those. I'm going to send the scouts out in this direction to this Camp Vulcan because the storm is coming in this way, so these areas will become unexplorable before these areas do. But regardless, we have to get them out and back before the storm comes in 7 game days. A group of barely alive people hiding in several burrows dug into piles of snow. All these people are deathly ill. It's a wonder that they're still alive. The snow burrows are only a little less freezing than the surrounding icy wasteland. They won't last a day if we don't take them right now to the city. Alright, so we're getting another 19 people in. Let's build 2 more houses. And we are going to get a 2-level temperature drop in the morning. Okay. We'll explore Camp Meteor out here. Alright, we've hit Ice Crevice, so we're going to go to Camp Vulcan because we've already explored that. Sir, a man is here to see you. He says that his daughter ran away after news of the storm spread. He wants to borrow a scout sled and go after her. She's a big girl, but she was always very impulsive and she scares easily, the father explains. I must find her before she's lost for good. She's all I have left. We can stop him from leaving, we can equip him for the journey, or we can ignore him. We're going to equip him for the journey. It's going to take 30 food rations, but we have plenty. We are also going to run our propaganda to get our hope back up and send our guards out on patrol. We're going to need 1, 2, 3 more automatons. Alright, our scouts have returned safely to the city. Excellent. We're going to send them right back out to explore this new location. The storm is getting a little closer. I think we can maybe get one more run out of our Tesla city. We saved everyone we could from the places we knew were still sheltering survivors. God help the rest. Alright, so we're basically ready for the storm with the exception of recalling everyone, but we want to explore all of these areas because there might be more people, there could be some resources, we just don't know. We have 5 steam cores. We're currently building a new automaton. We're going to, I think, shut down the steelworks and get the charcoal kilns going with these automatons because we have a lot of steel that we're probably not going to need anymore. When this new automaton comes, we're going to put him on the infirmary. And here is our temperature drop. Not too bad. Our houses are still fairly warm. But our child shelters.
Order, people. Let's march to work.
Too cold. Alright, we've got that automaton. Let's put him on our infirmary. As we approach the camp, we can see that its inhabitants are busy packing. They've dismantled a couple of huts to build improvised sledges. You're going the wrong way. The scientists mistook us for refugees, but after we tell them about our city, they're nonplussed. It's probably too close to the storm to withstand it. Well, you might consult Nansen on that if you reach him in the south. Their work here is done. We could convince them to join us so we could show them our city. So let's escort these 19 scientists to the city. We'll need to explore camp. Let's see, what is that? Jagged rocks out here to see what we can find. We might divert this guy over to Camp Falcon and head him this way. I think we'll get one more run from Tesla City, and then we'll shut down this particular outpost. This outpost can run a while longer. Let's build a house for those new survivors. Okay, we've reached Camp Vulcan. Let's go out to the Jagged Rocks. Let's build more resource depots. And head up this way to Camp Meteor since it's closer to the storm. We still want to get to Camp Compass, but let's head this way and back around. Once this Scout makes it back to the city, we'll head him towards Camp Compass. Let's build one more hole thumper. Build an automaton for that. And we'll build one more gathering posts. And put automatons on those. And I think that will be it for building automatons. Alright. Got a set of scouts made it back to the city, so we'll head them towards Camp Compass. We reached the snow burrows, so let's go to Camp Meteor. We reached Jagged Rocks. The surface looks like it's been fractured by the shock of an underground explosion. It appears there may have been an underground base here. And ruins of the underground base reek of sulfur. It must have been a warm and sheltered place, but now exploring its depths is dangerous. Exploring the ruins, we found a briefcase signed by Nansen. It seems to contain some interesting blueprints. Alright, so we got some technology. And we're going to go to Nansen's Stormwatch. I think once our transport drops off our latest steam core, we're going to dismantle Tesla City and bring these guys home. 6 days out from the storm, but they're going to hit it before 6 days. Alright, so they have dropped off our steam core. We're going to Tesla City, dismantle the outpost, and bring them home. It's going to take them 11 hours. You can see that storm is getting closer. So even though the storm will hit the city in 6 days, it's going to start turning all of these outposts into frozen wasteland as it comes towards us. One of our people has had to undergo an amputation. Working in the freezing cold left him with such severe frostbite that there was no other choice. We can sign the care house and prosthetic law, which we already have, so we're going to say, I see. We have 10 prosthetics. He will go into the care house and then head over to either an infirmary or a medical post and get himself some help. Okay, this is not on extended shift, so it shouldn't be cold. Camp Meteor. The camp is built around a large hole in the ice. It might be the impact crater of a meteorite. There's a block and tackle attached to the top of the steel framework built over a hole. We searched the remains of the camp. There must have been some scientific operation dedicated to the research of whatever punched this hole in the ice. Now the place is deserted and there's nothing of value to be found here. Got 2 more sites discovered. Alright, we'll go to the large crater. We're just going to send this guy here and here. Nansen Stormwatch. This sturdy building could withstand a severe Arctic winter. It's crammed with sophisticated scientific equipment, yet the camp seems to be abandoned. We found a note left by Nansen and his co-workers. The expected cold is hard to predict. It will be way below any temperature ever recorded on Earth, gale force 10, as the jet stream seems to abate on descent. Afterwards, the climate shall improve slowly. We're moving towards this apocalyptic storm to confirm our predictions. Farewell, and may God protect you. Alright, we got some more technology. And we'll take him over to Camp Meteor. Let them do the scattered convoy. We've reached Deep Hollow, so we'll head out to Camp Compass. Alright, and you can see right here, these 2 locations are inaccessible now. There's no way to reach them. They are frozen. If we had had a scout team out here, they would be dead. Okay. And you can see our survivors are getting more and more hopeless. Oh, we have 20 homeless. No wonder people are getting sick on us here. Well, let us fix that, because we don't want any homeless people. Alright, so we have our 1 outpost has returned. We're going to disband them. Our other scouts have reached the large crater. It's hard to judge the crater's size from a distance. Its vastness only becomes apparent up close. The camp is empty. The crater is fresh, with broken ice surrounding the rim. We searched the camp for clues to the scientist's fate and found none. Everything is in order, but not a perfect order. It looks like they went out to do something and didn't return. Maybe they tried to descend into the crater and got lost in the maze of broken ice, or got caught by a blizzard, or both. We will take that technology. I'm going to send them back to Camp Meteor just in case we open more places to explore. Alright, we reached Camp Compass. People living in this camp are packed and ready to go. All the tents are empty. They're leaving almost nothing behind. A small group of scientists is finishing the loading of their supplies. They work efficiently but in silence, looking somewhat dejected. We're mostly helping with the evacuations now, one of them tells us. We used to study the Earth's magnetic field, but there are more important things to worry about now, like survival. Alright, so we've got 2 more sites to explore, and we'll take these 18 scientists to the city. We need to build a house for them. Got some freezing people. What is cold? Nobody should be working anywhere that's cold. Public house is cold, but that's closed down right now. These are all shut down. These are all running automatons. I think workplaces are warm. Oh. It's our builders. Okay. Alright, we've got one at Camp Meteor. We'll take this set of scouts once they hit Camp Meteor and we'll send them to the fortified hut. And I think once this transport hits the city, we're going to go ahead and break them down too. And as you can see, we are really close to Tesla City with the storm, which is why we went ahead and shut that outpost down and got those people back. So as people are out working in this cold, if they're building, if they're walking places, they're going to start getting sick, as it is just too cold. Their little body pieces that keep them warm outside aren't working, so we need to keep them inside as much as possible. We're doing that on automaton. Oh, good, we've got one. Okay. Alright, so we've got our second group of scouts at Camp Meteor, so we'll send them to the fortified hut. And almost, and there's our coal delivery. Now we will shut down the outpost and send them back to the city. And we're going to get a 10-degree raise in temperature tomorrow, so we'll build some more research storage at that time. Scattered convoy. The convoy's vehicles have been damaged by heavy blows. The snow is trodden and stained with what seems like buckets of blood. Ew. Inside damaged crawlers, we found several dead bodies. A few of them are torn apart like they were partially eaten by some beasts. Polar bears, we think. We'll never know for sure what happened here, and there's nothing useful for us to salvage from this gruesome place. Alright, so we're going to send these guys to the ice caves. Take 9 hours to get to Camp Compass, so we'll do that, and then we'll send them over from there.
Rest time. Work is done for the day.
You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out into the Frostland. I'm gonna let these guys sit. I think these are the last two places to explore. Once we know for sure, we'll disband them. Alright, that is the last automaton we're gonna build. We're gonna build a few more prosthetics. Get us up to 20 in case we need them, and then we will shut this building down. So we're going to slowly start shutting things down that we don't need. Alright, fortified hut. The fence that surrounds the Arctic hut has been destroyed, shattered as if a pack of wild animals went through it. Scientists who built this station designed it to withstand the Arctic climate, but they clearly underestimated the fierce Arctic fauna. The doors and windows have been bashed in by heavy blows, letting inside the cold and snow. Scientific and life support equipment froze and burst, dooming the base and its inhabitants. So we found some technology. We're going to send these guys to Camp Compass until we see if there's more to explore there as well. Now, the technology that we are finding, once they get back to the city, we will learn all that technology. One of the things we'll find is the coal mine and a few other things. So if you can't study everything, you can find some of the technology, but it's very late end game where you find it. All right, and our next outpost team is here, so we're going to dismantle that one. We've got 2 of our 5 teams dismantled. We've got our big storm coming up soon, so we will finish our exploration and ride out the storm in our next episode. Thank you for joining me for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. If you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos come out. Once again, I'm House Gnome Gaming. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.